I guess however long you want. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, it's been fine. I guess studies and stuff been getting in the way, but finally I'm free and, kicking. That's it. I don't really have anything. Well, I guess my history of what's been going on, I guess, in this community that we're coming from. It's been a wild journey, to be honest. And today I'd actually publicly would like to congratulate Chris Apoff for winning the RWA Championship number contendership for clean for clean wrestling. Yeah, he came a long way. He used to wrestle back in 2017, 2018, stopped in 2018, took a break in 2018 until 2019, came back in 2020, and reshaped himself to be a really like a beast. Like I don't know what to say about this guy. He's suddenly just spiked up an improvement so quickly. It doesn't make sense. Like you can't see a spike up an improvement this quick. The only other person I saw like that was I think Keith Ultra. I think that's it. But yeah, hope he has his best in regards in what he's doing, title winning, whatever else he does. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's been a wild run in this community, in this clean community specifically, for like the past 5 months since the start of the year. It's been really wild and crazy. But for me personally, if we're gonna talk about myself, well, I've been just going like in a weird hill. I've just been going up and down, going up and down. Currently, I guess I'm in a weird slope slash hill. It just keeps going up and then slowly falling down and up again. Like really inconsistent, but it's going okay, I guess. Yeah. I guess with my retirement being announced in July, I would hope to achieve something before I deliberately finally leave this clean community and the entirety of Roblox Wrestling for the foreseeable future, I guess. Yeah, it it's really difficult to run a federation clean when you're like starting up from the ground. Like, you know, the previous 2 years, I was running federations and stuff. There's this one federation I was running. It went well. Like, you don't know how's it gonna go at first, because at first you're starting really heavily, like not really great, and then somehow it's just suddenly spike up in great attendance, but then suddenly it can go down. It's really inconsistent at first until you finally solidify your federation. At a time when I was running a federation back in 2019, it was solidified and as a GMT federation, and it was doing well. Then it ended, and we tried to finish it off well, but it never went well. It literally like went down on like one of those quick slopes that you like slip off and like don't think it just happened. Um, the following year, when I started to run two federations, one was just you didn't understand. You were just pouring your heart and soul into working on the arena and just everything, and just no one comes. You get like at maximum like 9 or 10 attendance, but when you get like, but then suddenly you get like close to 20 people, and you're like, what? And then suddenly it falls back down, and it's just like you don't get it. And then there's this other federation I was running, and it was just being consistently great, but then it ended, and I'm like, I don't know. It's really weird how inconsistent the federation will go when it starts. You need to solidify your federation before you can start bringing in people. And that's the problem. You can't immediately solidify yourself. You need to prove something to solidify yourself and do something correctly. If you don't do that, then you're just gonna fumble immediately and not like work well. That's that's how it works around here. But even when you try your best, it just won't work because you're trying to count on the people and the luck and timing because you only have production, but you also have the timing. You need to understand. Oh yeah, I need to do this at this specific time. Yes, then you get people. But if you don't do it at the right timing, then yeah, you're just gonna basically screw yourself up. That's what I tried back then, and it just didn't work. You need to keep consistency with your timing, production, and everything in order to run our federation well.
Yeah, small hiccups from my side is that I forgot to turn on my recorder for my mic for myself, but that's okay. Everything is okay. But Kai and Vern, do you guys have any like fun like stories you wish to share? Because I see you guys unmuted.
Uh, I'm just gonna be blatantly honest. Raw wrestling has been it. How can I say this? The entire community has been on a whole roller coaster as of late. The ups and downs, all the incidents has been going around. All the it's too much that I even can't say anything about it. And I've been raw wrestling for like 4 or 5 years now, and I just don't know.
Yeah,
But
my goal in general in BWE is have it non-toxic, and so far it's somewhat working. But the thing is like the attendance, which is now thankfully is picking up with 18 to 20 people, even if and the only problem with that is that I have to host, and sometimes I need some breaks, and because I've been doing PVE since 2017 really, and the clean started like well with like 5 people that I knew. I was not really mad about that, and then I would really want to then branch it more, and like start rebuilding it and fixing the logo and everything, make it look more professional. And that went first show went well, and then it started to pummel slowly down after the first pay-per-view, which was Triumph of the Death, which I felt like was a really good pay-per-view, and I had a really strong beef with the the previous uh, co-chairman, which I don't really wish to say too much name of. I believe he's somewhere, but I don't remember where he's going at the moment. But uh, he slowly was really like not really cooperative. He was not really a good friend, really. Slowly, it was something I was really like scared of what will happen. And now I've been like the last years I've been struggling a bit with thinking like season 5 will be the last season, and partnership with RWF make it go up, and I'm like, okay, maybe season 5 will not be the last season, but depends really on what will happen afterwards, and I'm trying to like really branch out with, because I announced the BWE UK, which is like somewhat successful because it's helping people who can't make it to the ET shows, which are like most of the time is late night for a lot of people.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember those shows. They were like for GMT at least in the summer. They were like at 12 a.m. But for me, that would be 1 a.m. And it would be even worse in winter, where that would actually be at 2 a.m. So I just never made it to any winter times at all. It just depended on the summer. Uh, it's really weird those timings for like a lot of the time zones. You gotta watch out. You, the timing, as I said, is really important. Is literally like a key pillar for running a federation because because at this stage and day and age of pro wrestling, you're trying to think about it. I'm trying to plan not only for GMT people. I'm trying to plan for GMT people and EST people. But then you see other time zones like CST and PST, and you're like, you need the perfect timing, but it's not easy because other federations are um, are uh, are like taking times that are actually really well. So you try something, but it's like not gonna be easy. Um, Also, quick plug. I'm gonna be running a new federation. We're gonna try on Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern. It's called NJPW. I know it's a stereotypical name. We're gonna change it soon. We're gonna try 6 p.m. EST. How I don't know how it will go, but we'll see if the timing is gonna be well or not. We're gonna just see. Yeah, uh, that's
Well,
it.
is it going to be clean, or are you going to move to
No,
roll
it's
animated?
no, no. It's still clean. I don't feel ready for animated at all. I just and thinking about it, it's pretty much too late. We're close to June, and I'm not gonna take a month in the animated to literally just leave immediately after.
Yeah. I believe me and you did a small spar like a few days ago to give you like a small feeling of how it is really, and I
I
can
yeah yeah
say you did well. Uh, but your retirement is also very close, as you said, which is something. Um, it's like I respect that, because if you want to retire because of your something, then or you want to take care of yourself, then go ahead. Uh, Because
Well,
yourself comes first and others come second or third.
yeah, well, I will obviously, like, soon enough, I'll obviously drop a reason and why I'm obviously taking my leave. But thinking about myself over upwards, um, I mean, I can translate, like, I can be translated into VA pods, I guess. Consisting of course, of me, Fizzle Apoff, Chris Apoff, Sean Apoff. Um, it just felt weird being an Apoff for the past 5 months. Um, before the end of 2020, me and Chris had a bit of a tag team since Sean was getting busy and stuff. But suddenly he started branching out into singles, and that's when he became a beast. And just felt left out a little bit when Sean came back. Then, um, January actually, I decided to take a temporary leave from the APOS because I just felt like I didn't do well for myself in there. I felt so much pressure trying to keep up with Chris. It just didn't. It sucked so much, and being so busy with studying and just all that just didn't like. I didn't have any fun,
Yeah.
so I just decided to try something new, and I guess kind of worked. Um, in the end, I came back because I felt like I've done my reflective journey that I was able to finally come back. Um, I guess in the end, you're trying to struggle more to finally understand the more. The more you struggle, the more you understand in the end, basically.
Yeah. And at the moment, for myself, I've or in general, really. Uh, I don't know. I'm not sure if anyone here really knows about this or remember about this, but I tried to run a Fire Pro Wrestling Worlds streaming, but that was so much work to do. Because I had to eventually plan the matches, put the matches, watch the matches, commentate matches, and that got really exhausting after some maybe 5 episodes. As the roster slowly started to expand because I wanted to book everyone, and I thought that would be tiring, and I wanted to change it to WWE, but the problem with that is that it's copyrighted, and there's the other problem of uh, it's not really stable for PC. It's and now with 2K22 approaching, I'm hoping it's stable. I don't have too much hopes for it. Having my hopes low, mostly because it so far everything looks what they did for 2K in general. I don't know what they'll do different this time because they are advertising it. It feels different. Then they have to sell me what is different this time than the last one. Other topics to talk about as well is something I think, or probably all of us have seen, which is MMA. I think we could talk about that.
uh, now you're playing in the field, huh? Well, I guess
Is there
to say it
oh,
to say it to lead to say it, I guess I'm not really consistent in watching anime. Um, you know, I'm a really difficult person to recommend anime because I have a specific taste that it's pretty bizarre if you think about it. I go from watching some weird action anime about a demon that gets reincarnated a thousand years later. And that would be The Misfit of a Demon King Academy, really good anime. Or
you really have specific taste.
Or an idol anime about singing and dancing, and schools being shut down, and just some other drama, and keeping up with it, and then for some reason watching the entire series, and like crying over the end, and just loving the music so much. That will be the entire beautiful Love Live series from the first Love Live School Isle project to the Learning Jigasaki season 1. Of course, I recently got into Revue Starlight. It's phenomenal, to say the least. Like, it just keeps you on your toes, and not even like from the moments in the reviews and like the plays, and just how how the characters are portrayed. It's really interesting and really great. Of course, the take on the Persona series, I guess, video game series. There was an anime adaptation. It was really interesting, I guess. I can there's also something called Bandori. I just recently started, not even recently, literally today. But like, it also it's like more music eccentric and stuff, and like, I don't know so far. For first impressions so far, the main character is kind of too annoying, but I think it gradually gets better. And specifically, I know there's a band, and they just make really great music, and like, sheesh. Yeah, that's, I guess, what I got for now. We can transition to Navarre, and he can probably have his own opinion. Do you, Aaron?
Well, I think he's probably like moving around, trying to find a good, quiet place. But I can just say some anime I've been watching at least. That I recommend if you haven't seen it, which is Kanata no Astra. It is among, I think it's like space. I actually think it's Among Us, but before Among Us was popular.
No way.
That's like the best way I would actually explain. Like, funny enough, and it has like a very interesting story. It has very interesting characters. Like, I would recommend it. It's like only 12 episodes. I think it just concludes in like the 12 episodes. Like, you could just sit it in one sitting. Obviously, another anime I would obviously recommend, as always, as everyone else does, which is One Piece. I love One Piece.
Oh, no, my God. It's so long.
But it's so worth it.
Dude, it's like tediously long. Yeah, like, seriously, you're gonna sit down, and you're gonna be like watching One Piece, and just go for close to 1,000 episodes just for a treasure, just for a pirate treasure, dude. Seriously.
I would actually say watch just before you judge it, because once you see it for the first episode, you're gonna be like, okay, I get why everyone's watching it. And the more you watch, the more you get addicted to it, and the more you understand lore, the characters, so you're gonna just love everything. Because all your questions get answered. I would semi-recommend the movies, but they are not literally like important to the lore. But they're like some of those like fun little side stories.
You know what? There's actually, I just realized, I just forgot, I just remembered there's an anime, but it's just really good. It recently also released. No.
Oh, how dare you!
It's just recently released. It's called One Direct Priority, and it's just. It's like I think it's called psychological horror. I don't know. And like, just it's really just psychological, as it says. It's all about what's going on, and just a lot of twists and turns, and you don't get it. Just a lot of things going on, and creation of humans and stuff. It's just weird, or not humans. Only one human. But it's really shocking. There's a special that's going to be going up in the end of June, I think. So you should tune in, and before that, you should of course watch the entire anime. It's only 12 episodes. It's really fantastic. Uh, I will guarantee you will have an enjoyable experience.
And Baron, are you okay to talk? I guess not. We're gonna keep talking about some more anime until he's back officially. Uh, there's another like anime that I watched that has like it made like a call like a trailer episode in a way. It's still like 22 minutes, but it's still like it's like it was planning to a release, but it's not like officially all the episodes is released. But it's called Black Fox. It's really really good. I fell in love with it. I'm really hoping it's coming like with more episodes.
Yeah, but moving away from anime for I guess a
Come
tiny
on,
bit.
I was just about to come with a show by Rock.
Yeah, actually, before I actually want to like transition to talking about music for a little bit, I actually wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, there's this anime. It's like called it's all about Harukaku, and it's like really bizarre and funny in some weird way. I just finished. I finished this anime and just decided, you know what? Just for the heck of it, we're gonna read its manga. It's really great. It's really funny and like hilarious and just really balanced with all well balanced. If you're like in the ghosts and stuff, you're gonna like it. It's just really fun to watch. Yeah. Music. That's what I wanted to talk about. Music.
And Joe by Rock is a musical anime that I was surprised by how good the musical really was. When I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be just one of those stupid, cute girl talk with girl life story anime." But once I watched it, I was like, "Huh, that's really interesting." And I fell in love.
Yeah, that's basically what Bandori and Love Live are. They're like really good musicals. Specifically, Love Live. Love Live is really fantastic in terms of music. I have like a lot of live songs on my Spotify. Most of them are a lot of live songs, and actually in Japan, it is actually the second biggest multimedia franchise, the second most selling multimedia franchise in Japan. So that's something.
Oh, Baron, you're here. You
Speaking
want to
of,
talk about anything?
yeah, you want to talk about anything? Maybe?
Well, no, I'm just enjoying I'm just enjoying the conversation. Well, now that you mention it, there has been some talking. I just can't get it out of my head, but there's been some things within anime that has been bothering me as of late. Well, I it's hard for me to get the words out. I just lost my train of thought already.
Well done, man. But you could talk about the VR 3D.
Mm. Oh, WO3D. Well, how can I say so? Well, actually, yeah, I may as well talk about that. Um, to well, to the two listeners on here, pretty much, not too long ago, Lopez and I have actually advertised both our companies and has decided to advertise for both WR3DAEW and BWE is partners as we speak. And for our former AEW champion Fizzo here is actually a member of WR3D AEW as we speak, and and soon to be given a rematch for the AEW championship after losing it last night.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I would like to officially announce Chris Sapoff has won the RWA Championship.
Well, congratulations.
Happy birthday.
It's literally close to his 1 month of return and 1 year of returning back to his community. This is unbelievable, dude. Props to him. All right.
Well, that's something new.
Yeah. What else to talk about real here? There was like lately I felt like I've been somewhat cursed in my life because everything I suddenly have breaks. The big station that is like really new just suddenly breaks out of nowhere and doesn't work and breaks from inside, so I'm trying to contact the people to get a new one or something. And then my fan, which I luckily have it on another mode, was screeching for its life. I was like, "Ee!" in a way. So just imagine that for a very long time. Currently, what else is breaking? This is on me really, but one of those handles it got a little bit more loose because my fat hands, giant hands, just couldn't handle my hands. Got those hands, you know. Well, this has been broken. My keyboard does not work correctly, but I gotta use speak keyboard. But in general, the laptop keyboard itself doesn't work. In general, it's mostly like kaput. And then my webcam breaks, and then everything breaks, and I had to reset my computer, reinstall my drivers, and then my other computer breaks, and I was like, oh god. And I managed to repair that too, and now I'm just hoping for nothing else to break.
So I'm just, I'm sorry, I'm just out of words for what just happened. But back into what I actually wanted to speak. I actually wanted to talk about music. What are you guys into?
Funny enough, it's not a small plug. I also make my own music, but what I'm mostly into is varies really. I can't listen to really anything. You could pretty much send me to them. I'll give it a listen I'll give my thoughts and opinions. I think music is art, but it depends on how you make this art. If it's just a blank sheet and just zigzag, it doesn't look good or sound good. If it has like some nice choreography, the lyrics make sense, and the musical note, the beat sounds good, and I'll just say positive about it. Yeah, in general, mostly anything, but I listen mostly to metal. How about you guys?
Oh boy. Oh, all right. I want to go last for this one. I have really interesting things to say.
Well, Fizo?
Well then. Oh boy. So here, so I have a really bizarre taste. I'm not into one thing only. I'm into multiple things. Let's just see here. As I said, and I'm gonna pop up right here. Hold on. This is my light. I have ranging from I guess MIDI music, those things that you can, those random, those in digital instruments, Love Live music, like Japanese pop, J rock, Japanese city pop,
Mm,
dubstep, bass, Eurobeat, um, rock, metal, not really rock, or metal actually. I don't really listen to those. Like mostly city pop and J pop and J rock, and sometimes there's rock. There's also like chill music like lo-fi. Um, it's mostly video game music, anime music, Eurobeat, Japanese style city pop, and that's how it is usually. So I'm gonna recommend something right here from every genre for MIDI. There's something like Evening Star by someone named Zood. Um, you can look it up on YouTube. There's in terms of live or Japanese pop, there's Brightest Melody by Aqua. It's Aquous, but it's said Aqua. City Pop, there's City by Aifira Hata, and there's of course Misty Night Cruising. I really love both these songs. Eurobeat is really interesting. It's really widespread that like you have like a lot of like a lot of people singing it from like Japanese to English. It's really interesting. My recommendations would be Terry Up by T. Stebbins, um, Preserve Vampire by Soundholic, Hurry Up by Odyssey Eurobeat. Uh, of course, I think this is one of the more popular ones. The Top by Ken Blast. I think you know about that one probably.
Hmm.
Uh, and then you have dubstep and all that, stuff. There's Secret Weapon by Noma. That is just it's really it's a bop. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, that's of course video game music. Of course, there's Burn My Dread Last Battle, or Burn My Dread itself, or The Almighty Heartbeat Heartbreak. Anything, I guess. It just you can you can like you can. It's really widespread. That's my message.
and lastly, Baron, you were saying you got like a music in mind.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's just really widespread. Like, it's stupid.
Uh, yeah, I heard that most of the time Eurovision is not the best. Is it like boring or like uh, just not good? Like lately, at least. Baron, are you here still?
Varen, I think he's just probably just listening or something. Mostly, unless
uh,
guess.
Probably. At the moment, Chris and Killer is having a beef in the BWE chat, which is a bit funny. Mission failed of having this as a non-toxic server.
Oh boy, we're into toxicity.
Yeah. At the moment, I've been playing a small change of gaming. At least I've been playing Metopia today, or literally.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
interesting.
really fun. I have like 300 installed, and some of them I made myself. I'm just having a blast and just like really enjoying like the new features and enjoy what I couldn't enjoy on the Wii U. Hopefully, I can enjoy it some more, and we'll continue on probably maybe after the podcast, and just I wouldn't say completed in a day because I feel like it's a very long game. Because I've been now playing for 2-3 hours. I don't even feel close to being complete. I just went to the castle where you meet the king and the queen. Not queen, I mean princess. Which makes, you know, the iconic swing to the side meme of the princess.
Yeah. Music, video games, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting topic.
Yeah.
I've been playing mostly. Um, I've been playing. Well, what I usually play is a rhythm game named Osu. It's basically you move your mouse into the circles and click on them with your keyboard, or I guess press on your keyboard in this case. Um, where I just recently started VR chat, but I kind of don't really play them unless I feel like it. And the same case would be to a really, really old game by the name of Pro Evolution Soccer 2013. Um, I played because I guess my PC can sustain it really well, and it's really interesting. Of course, there's the Toho games. The Toho games, I have right now Toho 8, Imperishable Night, and Toho 15.5, Anatomy of Common Flowers. Both of these are pretty great Toho games. Toho 8 is basically the staple of the series. It's a top-down bullet hell shooter like Galaga and those old stuff. This game's really old. The series release is really old. It's like since 96, I think. Toho 8 is the 2004 installment. Toho 15.5 is actually a fighting game. And it's really interesting. Really, you pick obviously you fight, like you pick a character, use their specific move set and stuff, and it feels weird in terms of the Toho universe because Toho as a whole has just, I mean, to outright say it right now, to any character that has a power level, and and to anyone who, this goes directly to anyone who thinks the strongest character in anime, I guess, is Goku, or I guess in any series or anything, I guess, is Goku.
Or
Just take a look at any. I guess the one where he's the most powerful. I don't know.
Saitama
Just
is like
take a
One
look at-
Punch Man, by the way.
Actually, about that,
Oh,
It's
I don't know.
it's about time to say goodbye to Goku as the strongest. God,
It's like
might
trying
wanna
to
look into
compare 1 billion lions against all the Pokemons. Like, the billion lions cannot beat all the Pokemons. They're fighting literally gods.
oh, I mean, do you understand what? If you've watched JJK the anime, do you understand what Infinite Void is?
Goku cannot get infinite power. Yeah. Yeah, they will have a big fight, but Goku will not be able to get any further than Yalder is, I believe. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, that even the fighter himself, like, maybe an Ultra Instinct, but that won't really last long. And if Saitama just does, like, one punch or three some, Goku's out, really. Because Saitama is like, either he gets hit on purpose, or he just has his own Ultra Instinct mode on. And that's the debate right there.
Ultra Instinct. Ultra Instinct is just it. In terms of what we're dealing with, in terms of what I think Goku's dealing with, is just surely just funny. If I'm being honest, it doesn't make any sense. Like for me, I don't even feel like it's a fair fight to compare someone like some of the characters on Toho to like Goku and like like maybe let's say here, it just doesn't make any sense. Like I don't feel like it would be a fair fight for any particular characters. It'd just be easy for them, and you don't even in the games you don't even see like most of her power. It's stupid to say the least. It's ridiculously stupid, just to say the least.
And I'm pretty like confident we always say see 100% of Goku, but always like maybe 1% of Saitama. And and this like argument between Goku, Saitama, who's the strongest, who's the most OP, and all of that. I want to say one thing: the most powerful thing ever is power of friendship in anime. That's like the most OP.
Of course, that can be
Um,
taken into something like Naruto Shippuden, where the good old saga of Naruto versus Sasuke was.
Naruto, Sasuke.
That was this. That was a long, dizzy track. It was funny. Yeah, it was just like they're on our third encounter. I think it was fourth encounter at the end, and you're like, just get this over with. And in the end, it had to be the power of words from Naruto to work on to just finally revert back Sasuke. It just felt weird. Like he tried that before 3 other times and finally worked on this time. Seriously, dude. I mean, it just felt weird.
Yeah, I kind of see that, but I believe like the fight, I believe the final Naruto versus Sasuke fight was overall like the best one. Like other two didn't like execute that well. I feel like they had like good animation, all of that obviously. But like the last one was like us full straight on, like Naruto and Sasuke just beating the hell out of each other and talk it out with their fists more than words. In all honesty, which I found actually way better, and and well done. And what were we gonna say, Martin?
Again?
Oh, I thought we were gonna say something. But yeah, that's like how I in general feel about it.
Yeah. It was. I agree. That last fight was actually pretty great. Um,
I also find it interesting how we just moved to back to anime after moving away from anime. Let's go back to gaming.
yeah, we
And,
should do that. Yeah.
what other games have you guys been playing? For me, I've been playing Pokemon Snap, the new one, obviously, and the old one. Finally be able to play Fortune Street with friends, which was really
Fortune
fun.
Street.
Yeah, or Boom Street if you live in the UK.
Yeah.
But it's really like fun game. At least Fortune Street, at least is I would highly recommend it. But you kind of need friends for it. I kind of want to have it for gaming night, obviously one day. If I ever feel like doing movie night back again. But yeah, in general, Snap it's pretty neat. But verbs, the Fortune Street is really fun. Like Monopoly, but way better.
Yeah, I actually play Monopoly a lot. Anyways, I've actually been appealed with the Toho series for a little bit of time now. Because when I deep dived into the series, it's just been fascinating with the lore and all that. It was pretty interesting if I thought about it. Like, you know, um, it just there's a lot of fascinating things in the characters that you don't understand the power levels, and you feel like you just you know we're not even using all of it during the gameplay because we're limiting it to a specific uh, rule. It's called the spell card rule, where or not the spell card rule, the Mako battle rule, where you have to shoot on Makus and just eliminate your opponent, but you can't kill him. But if you lose, you can get killed. Really, uh, it's really interesting. Um, uh, I would say there's an fan anime adaptation, but I don't want to get there for now. Of course, is Minecraft. Um, I don't really play it that much. I only play when I feel like, yeah, let's just do it. And of course, I actually been recently appealed with Rocket League. I've been playing it with a good friend of mine named Exiled Phil. Um, we just have been having fun playing it when we do. Other than that last time, we just felt dreaded from playing it. But it's usually just, an enjoyable time when you know what you're doing most of the time. But, I mean, I think that's all I probably will play in my time. Of course, as I said, there's Pro Evolution Soccer 2013, which I only play because, as I said, it's one of the few games that I can sustain running, and of course, it's just pretty kind of fun to play. It feels like, even if it was released, even if it's really old, you're still having fun. And Osu, it feels more like a chore, more like than playing a game, because you're trying to complete maps, and it's just pretty annoying because it's just really difficult on what you're doing. So you have to just keep trying and keep trying. Um, of course, I have my own fair share of mobile games that I play. There's Rider. It's just like an endless motorcycle game. Air hockey, I guess it's pretty self-explanatory. Um, a game called BWE Dream Party. It's a rhythm game. I'm really into rhythm games, so I just play a lot of them. Love Live School at a Festival All Stars. It's like an RPG based rhythm game, and it's just pretty interesting, and it has an interesting story and and obviously all the songs from the web series. Well, not all of them are still getting released, and of course, with the new songs dropping in, they have to obviously put new songs when they're in. I feel like it's just pretty interesting all around, and yeah, of course, there's a game that sometimes we couldn't have let go. Among Us.
Yeah, that's I'm enjoying the actually the VR chat version of it. But at the moment I can't play it because my base station broke. But I can still play the desktop version, but I tried
Yeah, you can play the desktop.
but I did the VR version and that was way more better, I felt like.
Of course.
And there's what other games are there? There's the Fallout guys, Fallout, no, yeah, Fallout.
Fall Guys.
Fall Guys.
Fall Guys.
Fall Guys.
Fall Guys.
Hasn't it been played with hackers? I think?
No, they removed the thing. They fixed the issue. It got no more hackers. But like for me, season 2 was a giant disappointment. Like like how many maps they really added at the moment. They have more. I can probably come back to it, but in general, and when season 2 was going to be announced, I was like, hey, maybe they're gonna double it. So they just had like 5 more, which didn't really feel like a lot. And now I'm just mostly like waiting for more seasons so I can fully enjoy the game some more. For that at least. Some other games I want to play whenever my base station gets fixed is Half-Life Alyx, which I obviously seen gameplay of it, but I want to play it myself, even if I've seen it, because like it's obviously difference on watching it and experiencing it.
Yeah, I've been pretty interested in trying, in
Eh,
trying, you know, um, other VR games, uh, or not VR games, mostly VR in general because I don't have one, and my PC is just not really sustained to do it. I tried VR a couple of times outside. Mostly I tried Beat Saber because it was really interesting, and I really, as I said, well, as I've been saying, or I guess it's been hinted at, but I really like rhythm games. So I only tried Beat Saber and just play it when I go out. Sometimes it's really a fun time when I play it because I love playing it.
Yeah. Um, is there any like final note before we're gonna slowly end the first episode of the podcast? And like plugs, obviously.
Plugs.
Yeah. You can go ahead and plug yourself if you'd like to.
Yes, I will. Um, if you, of course, my Twitter. You can check on my Twitter. It's at FizzoNiji10. Um, it is Fizzo. Again, it is at FizzoNiji10, which will be Fizzo NIJI 10. Don't forget that, please.
I've already forgotten. Baron, you wish to plug yourself, or do you have still problems?
hmm.
The TV is on.
Please fucking give
Yeah.
him time.
Uh. I'm not so good with these. I'm not so good with these kinds of stuff. But uh, uh, uh I don't. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
What
I just don't know.
what do you work with? What do you have? Like you can talk about. You can plug Word, or you can plug yeah, your voice acting, which you'll be doing.
But it's just I just haven't been on on a podcast in a really long time. But hold on. All right. So pretty much I've been wanting to voice act, yeah, but after thinking about it, after thinking about it, there hasn't been anything that's open. So I I'm just I'm still trying to find which I got. Let me. It's the other way around. I'm trying to find a good opportunity to voice act, just so I can prove how good I can be.
Fair enough. For me, my self plug is that you can find me mostly anywhere on YouTube as Lopez, as on Twitter as Lopez Stir, on Instagram as Instalopition. Well, that's a really hard word. Why did I name myself that? That's a very funny pun. Obviously, there's the BWE, there's the Discords, and such on. I also make music, but not all the time, but sometimes. Recently, up like few days, like 2 months ago, I believe 4 months ago, I released an album, which you can always check. Which if you go to SoundCloud and search Blockstreams, you can find it. And I've been joined by two of the people that I asked supposed to join, but the others have connection issues. Um, Thank you for people who've been listening both on YouTube and on here. Um, I will see you all probably next week. Oh,